What's going on, guys? Antonio here. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up for me, and let's get into it. All right, so we're on Screen Rant. The third season of Mayor of Kingstown has concluded. I thought the writing on Mayor of Kingstown was absolutely outstanding. Taylor Sheridan, of course, is an Academy Award nominated writer. Was it his movie Hell or High Water with Jeff Bridges and was it Chris Pine? If I'm not mistaken, it's Chris Pine and Jeff Bridges in that. And he got nominated for an Oscar for that before he wrote Sicario and, of course, Yellowstone. But Mayor of Kingstown is just an incredible piece of writing, and the third season was strong. A lot of people were concerned that the show wouldn't come back. Jeremy Renner had that horrible snowplow accident, and they almost had to amputate his leg. He did a lot of extensive rehab, and he worked himself back into good enough shape where he could go back. And I remember earlier this year, he posted on Instagram his first day back on the set of Mayor of Kingstown. They knocked it out the park. Let's read the little bullet points here. Mayor of Kingstown is one of the top 10 most popular shows on streaming for the week of August the 1st through the 7th. Bam. Audience scores for Taylor Sheridan's show have been consistently strong across its 3 seasons, and critics' reviews for season 3 are the series' best yet, which rightfully deserved. It was just brilliant. Mayor of Kingstown continues to benefit from strong writing from Sheridan, and season 3 was endorsed by Stephen King. All right. So I'm not going to read all that. Like I said, I thought if you want to watch Mayor of Kingstown, I highly recommend it. It's fantastic. But Mayor of Kingstown ended up in the top 10 of Real Good's streaming charts. They take all the streaming data from all the various platforms. And so, yeah, it happened to land at number 9. But I wanted to go through the list before I concluded this video, because I watch the majority of these shows I watch or have heard or am planning to watch. So let's go to Real Good streaming charts. Number 1 is House of the Dragon on Max, which was incredible. Season 2 was fantastic. If you watch House of the Dragon, I really enjoyed season 1. I thought season 2 stepped it up a notch. It was so good. And so I understand why it's number 1 on the streaming charts. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I have not watched that. I don't know anything about it, but I got Netflix, so that might be something to add to the QE and check it out. Presumed Innocent. That is Jake Gyllenhaal. That show has been popping up all on my timeline, and a lot of people are saying that show is fantastic. I remember the movie, the Presumed Innocent movie. I think it had Glenn Close I think it appeared in the 80s. I might be wrong about it. I thought it was a Glenn Close movie from the 80s, but I think it's based on a novel. But I need to peep that out, Presumed Innocent. I don't have Apple TV. I used to. I watched Ted Lasso on Apple, and Ted Lasso is incredible. But Presumed Innocent, I'm definitely wanting to check that out. Number 4 is currently number 1 on Amazon Prime. That is Batman Caped Crusader. I thought it was brilliant. Bruce Timm, J.J. Abrams, and Ed Brubaker, the person that created the Winter Soldier over at Marvel. So Ed Brubaker also has a show called Criminal with Charlie Hunnam, formerly of Sons of Anarchy. That is coming up on Amazon Prime, I think early 2025, but they're supposed to be putting that together now. But Batman Caped Crusader, the Gentleman Ghost episode, I think it's the 6th episode from this season, but the Gentleman Ghost episode was my favorite of the 10 episodes of Batman Caped Crusader. I thought the Gentleman Ghost episode was just some of the best writing I had seen on television in a long time. Time Bandits from Taika Waititi, and yeah, I want to check this out. I'm a little trepidatious on Taika Waititi after I watched Our Flag Means Death, because I thought Our Flag Means Death was going to be great, and then I was like, oh, this is not very good. I don't enjoy this. But I know I had mentioned Our Flag Means Death getting canceled, and there were some people that were in the comments, and they were all in their fifis, and I was like, there's a reason it didn't get a wider audience. And then some people's like, oh, it had gay themes, so maybe that's why. I've watched several shows with gay themes. If the writing's good, I'll give anything a chance. But I just did not enjoy Our Flag Means Death. But Time Bandits was one of my favorite movies when I was a kid, so that makes me want to at least give this one a chance. The Decameron, that's on Netflix. I don't know about this show. If you've watched that show, if it's worth something, if there's something I need to be checking out, maybe giving a review on that, get in the comments, let me know about it. The Bear was at Jeremy Allen White. He won an Emmy and Golden Globes. This show has just been an awards darling over the last 2 years. It is fantastic. It's got 3 seasons on Hulu. I highly recommend The Bear. It's fantastic. I watched Jeremy Allen White when he was on Shameless, and he's a brilliant actor. And so I understand why that show's getting its accolade. The Boys at number 8. And The Boys has been strong since the beginning. So I know some people thought the way this season ended was a little controversial. They were like, oh, this is about Trump. So they, it's like, and it did seem like that, they had some allusions to Donald Trump in The Boys. So that may make some people not want to give it a chance, but I thought it was really strong. Obviously, number 9, Mayor of Kingstown. I've raved about this show. It's fantastic. Taylor Sheridan, Antoine Fuqua. It's just, Antoine Fuqua directed Training Day and, Magnificent Seven. And he directed all 3 of the Equalizer films. And he's one of the executive producers on Mayor of Kingstown. So, yeah, it's brilliant. The writing, I cannot rave enough about Mayor of Kingstown. And, of course, Evil is at number 10. What's the guy? I can't remember his name. He was the guy that played Luke Cage on the Netflix Luke Cage series. But Evil, I know the 5th season is the final season for Evil. But that show, I haven't watched all of it, but I watched a couple of episodes, so I am going to go back. I want to go back and finish the whole thing because it's on Paramount Plus now. I think that they took it off CBS and moved it directly to Paramount Plus. But since I have Paramount Plus, that is something, I like to binge. Well, I don't like when they'll have a couple of episodes and then they go on a couple of week hiatus and then they come back. That's why I like when the show's completed. A lot of times I'll go back and I'll finish and watch the whole thing. So now that all of Evil is going to be on Paramount Plus, that seems like a good place to start from the beginning and finish the entire series. But if you watched any of these, and like I said, if there's any of the shows, like I said, any of the Apple stuff that I haven't watched that you have watched and you think I should give it a check, drop it in the comments. We're so close to 3,000. I need you. I want your Facebook, Instagram. I'm on X. I'm on Threads. All at Akari Press. Type in akaripress.com. It will take you to my comic book brand, Way of the Gun. I've got the link to that and my Gumroad in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm out.